Welcome to Ohio Air Gun Shooter. In this video, we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing. I had a special delivery the other day. This is something that I have wanted for a very long time, especially when they first came out. However, I've been holding off on getting one just because, you know, over the years I just kind of been watching the reviews, kind of seeing how they're performing, and also because I did have a bad experience with an air rifle of this typical make and company. And as I'm unboxing it and we get it out and you see what it is, I'll explain exactly why and what exactly happened. But before I get to the unboxing, my cat's gonna show it off. But before I get to the unboxing, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, and if you can, like the video. I would really appreciate it. I mean, a little bit of a tongue tie there. But let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. He might get out of the way, he might not. Just open it from the one end. This was a purchase from Pyramid Air. They are an Ohio company. They're about roughly about an hour away from north of where I live. And I've been a frequent customer of theirs. I bought lots of items, especially the one that I did have problems with of this brand of air rifle. But I buy a lot from them, and they do a pretty good job with packaging and shipping and pretty much getting you what you ordered. So that said, let's continue with getting it out of the box. As you can see, it's a Hotson, and it is powered by a Vortex gas piston. This will actually be my very first gas piston air rifle. I've been more of a fan of the traditional spring piston just because of reliability. Can't exactly tell what it is from the box. Doesn't say. It just has Hotson all over it. It does have on this end though what it is. But before we get to that, we do have extras in here. One thing I always do is keep my packaging and my boxes. Just because if I sell something, I have something to reship it. I also keep all my gun boxes because I like to store them in. Also, it's another box that if you do sell your air rifles, you can ship them in the box as well. And to me, I feel as though it increases the resale value just a little bit to have the original box. Get my knife back out again. One of the things that I do love about Pyramid Air is that when you purchase pellets, if you buy 3 tins, you get the 4th tin for free, which is usually the least expensive of the bunch. Put some more in there. Just saying, I knew they didn't short me. Stuck in the box. So I have pretty big tins. 1, 2. Open this one up. Get the knife back out. They do a very good job of packaging their tins of pellets. It's one thing I cannot complain about Pyramid Air is they're very good at double boxing and packaging pellets, your air guns. So they take good care in ensuring you get your items in good shape. So I did order 3. I got the 4th tin for free. I don't know if you saw what caliber it was, but just go ahead and show you. But got some JSB exact Diablos 30 caliber. Some more. I got 2 tins of them. I think one's a 44 grain and the other is a 50 grain. And I got these Hades. These are 44 grain. And then one of my favorites are the Predator Polymags. 30 caliber. These are 44.75 grain. So with the pellets out of the way, 30 caliber, you probably have an idea of what it is already. There's a brochure in here, or pamphlet. Let's get rid of this. Actually, I'll just usually I stuff all the original packaging for everything back in the box. Alright, get that out of the way. Give me their most current pamphlet. I think I already have this one. Maybe not. So, here it is again. Let me readjust the camera and we'll open up the box. Alright, well, we'll start on this end. Of course, you have the Hotson symbol. Again, powered by a Vortex gas piston. And on this side we have Hotson Carnivore 135 Vortex QE 30 caliber airgun pellet with a claimed velocity of 550 feet per second, and it does come in the Turkish walnut stock. I believe it has it on this end as well, as it does. So that clearly tells you what it is. It's a big one. I'm going to try to get the best angle for you with the least amount of glare. It's just when you're dealing with air guns this size, it's just, I've been more with the smaller air pistols, replicas, but I've shown a few of my air rifles. I've done some videos on some of them, but this is probably the largest one. So let's go ahead and open it up. Just one little tab here. Almost don't want to get it out of the box. One of the reasons why I definitely wanted to finally get one of these is because I don't know how much longer they're going to sell these. You know, being more of a novelty type of air gun, being such a larger caliber, one of the first big bore spring piston air rifles ever made. In the box, you get the owner's manual, instruction manual, their warning. Set this aside. Get a closer look here, how it's packaged. Styrofoam. And in a plastic bag, like most of your air rifles. I've been hesitant to purchase another Hotson air rifle, because years ago I purchased what was called then the Walther Falcon Hunter in 25 caliber. It was branded and licensed by Walther. However, it was Turkish made Hatsan. It came in a synthetic stock, a very fragile, flimsy plastic stock. And right from the get-go, I had all kinds of problems with the stock, uh, cracking, screws would not stay tight, or if they did stay tight, the stock would crack. I cracked like 2 of them. I would make sure the screws were tight, but not too tight. But it just kept cracking. So just it was a really bad experience, and I never purchased another one again. So get it out of the box. Just come with, looks like an Allen wrench, some other pieces. I don't know if it's a scope stop. What's it say on here? Oh, Allen key for trigger adjustment. So I'm not familiar with that. I know these got the horrible Quattro triggers. So over here, this is the rear scope stop, because with these gas piston, especially the bigger ones, the Magnum style, they are definitely called scope killers, and you do get a lot of scope creep. That was another problem I had with the Walther Falcon Hunter, was it broke 2 scopes. I couldn't get them to stay in place even with a scope stop, and if you had high mounts, they would eventually start to kind of, you could see they would start to tilt back or forward because of the recoil. So I eventually just gave up on that air gun and junked it. So hopefully I'll have a better experience with this one being a wood stock. Slide this out of the way. I'll most likely put it back in there when I'm done. We won't do any shooting today. Just kind of go over it. Not really the gun that you want to shoot indoors. Alright, let's get it out of the plastic bag. That is a big, big air rifle. Adjustable cheek piece. Has swivels, one in the back, and I think the other on the side here. The front fiber optic sight, rear fiber optic sight, fully adjustable. One thing you need to do is make sure these are screwed down tight. I'll probably have to take this off, and I think there's screws in underneath because they do come loose. Adjustable rubber butt pad. Does have automatic safety. Just pull it back like you would a hammer to fire, and then just it pushes forward for safe. integrated scope rail. I don't know how well those are on there. The Walther Falcon Hunter I had, it wasn't on very good. That was another problem they had. They would come apart because I think they're just like welded. Very nice Turkish walnut stock. Flip it around. Definitely going to put a coat of gunstock wax on this. It'll bring a little bit more darker shade to it, and it will give it a nice kind of like a shine, almost like a laminate look. Does have it is fitted with the Quiet Energy, I guess, muzzle brake or noise reduction system. It's almost similar to my Stoker. It's got the production date. Nice checkering. Just the view from the top. Again, the rail. Carnivore 135 hot sun. Now, it is a big gun, but it's not much longer than my Model 34. Actually, I think the 34 is longer. It doesn't have the rubber butt pad, but I do have one that I can put on there, and it extends it out probably about almost the same as this one here. So actually the RWS would be a bit longer, although it's probably half the weight, because I think these come in at about 9 pounds. But it's just a big, thick, bulky gun. I mean, even I had an RWS Model 350 Magnum. It was long, but it wasn't this thick. That has a big piston area right there, which you need for the heavier 30 caliber pellets. Now, I turned it over. There's the trigger. Now, the problem that I ran in with my Walther Falcon Hunter with the plastic stock is that this screw here, when I took the stock off, where the screw goes in, it was cracked, so I couldn't get it to hold tight. So let me see if I can tighten these. That one's tight. Just make sure these are all tight. A little bit of a turn there on that one. That more or less just holds the trigger guard on. And then, if I'm not mistaken, unless they changed these. See, is that it? I thought it was a Phillips. It is a Phillips. It's just a smaller Phillips. So I'll make sure. I think these. I can't remember. I know it. The Falcon Hunter. To tighten it was counterclockwise. All right. I think I found the right Phillips for this. Just make sure it's tight. Seems tight. Okay, it's loose. So they did change it. So it is clockwise to tighten, counterclockwise to loosen. Seems pretty tight. Again, the cheek piece is adjustable for height. I'm going to see how well it shoulders. For 9 pounds, it doesn't feel all that heavy. Shoulders very nicely. It's really not that front heavy. Find the balance point. Pretty balanced. Keep it steady. Not bad. Probably want to lug it around the woods all day, but not bad. And I broke it open to see the breech area. Very large hole. Just a little O-ring around there looks good. Let's see if I can get a view of the rifling. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. Not the best, but you can see it in there. So what this Hatsan Carnivore 135 kind of reminds me of, we all know, at least most of us that have been air gunning for a while, know that Webley and Scott out of the United Kingdom made the sale and move to Turkey. I think what, about 2005 to 2000, somewhere around 2005, 2007. If you're familiar with them at all, you know about the Webley Patriot, also known as the Beeman Kodiak, and there was also the Webley Tomahawk, and one that I did have was a Webley Exocet, which was in 25 caliber. Now, this looks a lot like almost the Patriot, as big as it is, but I mean, it's nowhere near the quality. I do believe that Hatsan tried to reintroduce the Patriot and Tomahawk under the Hatsan name with the Quattro triggers, although I don't think they did very well sales wise. So, but it was unfortunate that Webley did sell out to Hatsan out of Turkey, because I was a big fan of the UK Webley and Scott rifles. I always wanted to get a Patriot, but never did. I wanted one in 25 caliber. I ended up getting the Exocet. Found it on Gunbroker, and paid a good price. I mean, I don't think I paid too much for it, but it was 25 caliber. Unfortunately, I ended up selling it, which I'm regretting to this day. But yeah, that's just what this Hatsan Carnivore 135 reminds me of. Anyhow, I just wanted to do an unboxing and an opening and a quick little review of it. As soon as I can, I'm gonna go around, just do a maintenance check, make sure all the screws are tightened, oil where I need to, and just do an overall check of it, make sure it's good to go to start shooting. You know, a lot of times people just start shooting them out of the box and don't even do anything. That's where you kind of run into problems with the screws and, you know, stocks breaking and etc. But yeah, that Walther Falcon Hunter was just a pain in the butt. It just kept cracking. I sent the stocks back to get replaced. They would send me a new one. I would carefully tighten them down, not too much, use Loctite, and it would still break. So hopefully I'll have better luck with this one, being a walnut stock It is a Turkish walnut, so we'll see how well it does. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you.